Look at this guy. This bum. Just rotting away. Wasting his vision. Doesn't even know it's good. I know he's slumped. There's about to be an artist revolution. He don't even know. Look. He's so slumped. Like we could do anything right now. Like he won't hear a damn thing. Watch this. Dumb bro.
You look goofy.
I really chill, bro. All I know is he needs to get his bum ass up, fix up that vision. Right, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Plus, CVTV's about to be on. Let's go catch that. Fucking hell, just sleeping on fucking things. I need to fix my mindset, clear my vision. I ain't even watch CVTV today. What the fuck? What episode, baby? CVC's back. Sorry for the delay. We've been up in the scene going ham. What have we been doing?
Threw a show No Rivals out in LA at Vicky's Clubhouse on Melrose Avenue.
We also got to do a little set of DJ Ill Wild.
Oh yeah, and we also did a recap video of Sad Boy Trip not too long ago as well. Link is in the bio.
We got a punk band come up from San Diego. What's their name?
Shout out Foreign Life Form, poppin' punk rock band from San Diego. You know it's good.
I love those peeps staying on our path. Shit got a little hectic, but that's what it is. Forget that noise though. Let's recap on the scene and what we got.
Yeah, you're gonna hear some wise words from Dead Stark and Kizuato from Murderworth Click.
Hey, it's lit. Let's see it.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? It's a man, Bugs Bandicoot, King GFOD, and we're here for Tasty Tunes. Hit that shit, bro. I present fucking the homie I met at the Alchemist pop-up in LA. That's Fatty Daddy with the banger, Cold Peanut Butter.
Hey, but then we got the homie Joe Easy from LA, dropping FA. Tunes keep rolling, dude. Delicious.
The tunes keep banging with Romulan's new clapper, featuring Walter on minimum wage. Gotta check out that YouTube visual masterpiece, bro.
Hey, but then we got the homie out from Florida. Hey, we're coming to you soon. CVC out in Florida. Oh, but it's Miles, optimistic with the banger Swamp Stomp. I'll be out there getting it, dude. And there's many bangers to come. We have limited time, but we're gonna show you 3 bangers right now. Let's play them out.
Hit that shit, bro. What's going on, Faye? You already check out the new Surfwave Eating Comfortable music video? It's mad cinematic, bro. Check it out.
I can't get too comfortable. I be doing too much. I can't settle down. I done came too far. I can't settle now. My life just twisted like metal now. I can't get too comfortable. I be doing too much. I can't settle down. I done came too far. I can't settle now. My life just twisted like metal now. Catching the wave. The surf, he got on rockin' from the A to LA. I do it for my family. I done just
Got Victor Harder up next, straight out of Paris, man. With Lo-Fi is dead. Is it really dead, dude? Is the underground dead? What's dead? Nah, I think it's still moving. I don't know. Let's see if it's really dead.
Die for guy.
Lo-fi is dead, don't get all red. I drop the flowers at the grave, but the beats stay stuck in my head. It's hard to find a good one, even harder finding cool personas. Trying to get plays on the station, but that ish be hella basic. Lo-fi beats to study to, but I don't study even if I needed to. Don't get me wrong, we all doing this differently, but this shit's so static, the feeling's rather bitter, G. I'm trying to drop classics, time stamp the era. Never worry about my fashion, but I know I'm not the sole one. Just steady on my bull run, calling out the fakes, trying to find the real ones. Worried about the snakes, I'll survive. The venom gets me stronger, the venom gets me high. I love this ish, even if it ain't perfect. Not worried about it working, not worried if it's worth it.
What's crackin', CVC fam? Last but not least, this Dead Stark with Still Dedicated. Check out the slap.
This one's a slap.
Still dedicated. I'm still dedicated. Yeah, I'm still dedicated. Yeah. I'm a little more patient, but a little more jaded. I'm still getting faded, but I'm still dedicated. A little more patient, but a little more jaded. I'm still getting faded, but I'm still dedicated. I'm a little more patient, but a little more jaded. I'm still getting faded, but I'm still dedicated. I'm a little more patient, but a little more jaded. I'm still getting faded, but I'm still dedicated. All the other kids used to talk mad shit till I fought back once, but I still didn't fit. Like an outcast, everybody told me I should quit. That it's just a pipe dream, that I'll never be legit. Got my high beams on, yeah, I'm still driving. Still alive and surviving, maybe even thriving. I'm out and in the list with Ichirock around me. Working on my Sengan Ninja I combine them. Focus on my energy and now my chakra climbing. Trying to tell a story while I'm hiking up a mountain. I don't need the glory at the top, I'm going down again. If I make it through it, then I'm going underground again. A little more patient, but a little more jaded. I'm still getting faded, but I'm still dedicated. I'm a little more patient, but a little more jaded. I'm still getting faded, but I'm still dedicated.
Clear Vision Television, wandering the beaches of Avila. Let's see what's good.
Yo,
With the shades, I fuck with the shades.
what do you got to say to the camera, man?
What's up, man? West side, west side.
Hey, let them know what's up. Anybody want camera time? Anybody want camera time? Oh, oh, camera time.
Camera time.
Oh shit. Hey, who would you guys like to? Oh, she's burning the sage.
You gotta burn the sage when you're in a good ass vibe. 805, bitch.
Who would you guys like to shout out?
I would like to shout out to all my people in Orange County. Why haven't you visited the 805? I don't know, but you gotta come.
Okay.
Hey, how many Cody's can you slam in one song?
How many what?
Cody's, come on. How many can you put back?
We got one right now.
Come back a lot.
I'll do it right now. I'll slam this whole thing right now.
Slam it?
Slam it, boy.
Oh, that's a W. I love the Nirvana hat.
Thank you, bro.
Fire.
Yeah.
Woo! You guys have a good day.
Survival with us.
Oh, the camera's coming. Hey, who you shall know?
Central Cali, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like your shade. Just like
Thank you. I appreciate it. You want to shout anybody out?
What?
You want to shout anybody out?
Myself. Hi.
Hey, she shouts herself out.
That's Deb.
I want to shout out my friend Erica from Seattle.
Okay. Woo! Shout out Erica. Anybody want to drop the Instagram handles? Anything?
Izzy Hoopin'.
Is he
IG, Izzy Hoopin'.
Oh yeah.
Crack
definitely.
on. That's good.
Who you shouting out, bro?
I fuck with the bell.
We live out here. We live out here. We live out here. Pull up. Yes, sir. Banger 2021. Hold on. How much was that belt? Banger 2021. Y'all like Trippy, right? Trippy. Too Fly by Trippy. I feel like that was a banger.
What you got? You got one? What's your banger?
Too Fly.
I feel like he likes Young Gravy.
No, hey, he looks like him.
Wow.
He do though. Don't lie, he do. He looks like Young Gravy.
I got 10K.
Hey, what's your name?
I got 10K on Instagram.
Hey, shout out my boy Tay Hoover. Come on now.
What do you think about Jay-Z running for president in 2024? Did you hear about how Kanye is going to be his vice president?
What? I did not hear that. I don't know JT's or Jay-Z's political stances, so I guess I'd have to research.
Clear Vision Collective. What do you think the banger of 2021 is?
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby, what song was
Yeah,
that?
what's up? Lil Baby. Bro, he carrying 2021.
He's just carrying it?
Just like he carried 2020. But what
Damn.
song? Name a song you played for 8 hours straight. Do it. Bro, he hasn't dropped a banger yet, bro. It ain't like that. Look at this.
Listen right here, bro. Listen right here.
He carried 2020 out of his albums, right? He hasn't dropped the album yet, right? Wait till it comes. It's coming.
There's gonna be heat.
Put that on me. Okay, name a song.
The summer's gonna last twice as long, dude. He's just bringing heat.
All right, ready? Let's do it.
Slam,
do a spin.
slam.
You gotta do the spin. Come on. Sink and dink.
I ain't like that.
Dink and sink. Come on, just do it. Dink and sink. Whatever you don't
Dink and
finish, I'll
sink,
finish.
dude. That's a real one.
Dink and sink. Dink and sink. Let's do it.
Shout out Nug Boys right here.
Hey, shout out Steve Jules. You're a bitch. I'm gonna send you. 3, 2, 1. Dink and sink. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh! Out the bottle. Oh. Yeah. Delicious.
Who do you think's cuter? My guy in the red, my guy in the gray. Who do you think?
Okay, so if you actually want me to
Guy in the red, guy in the gray.
Do you want simple answers?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
serious?
However you're feeling.
Do you want serious?
Be dead ass.
I
Be
will.
dead ass. Hey, wait, we're adding a third one right here. Guy in the blue hat.
I'm a psychologist.
Yeah, wild card.
You got the wild card.
So out of these three,
I respect that though.
Like,
Do you want just
Josh,
my opinion or
Your
a
opinion.
psychological
No.
major
your
opinion?
opinion. No, your opinion. We just need a girl's opinion, bro. Okay, him, or him. Out of the three.
I gotta stay here.
And you gotta rate them all. So you pick your 1, 2, and 3. Pick your 1, 2, and 3. Who's gonna be the third? Do it. It ain't that hard.
Well, stop talking. If I'm not educated, if I wasn't educated and I was just looking for looks, I would go for you. If I was going for a type, I would go for you because you're taller.
Oh!
But the way that you guys carry yourselves, you look a lot calmer. You look like somebody I can have an actual intellectual conversation with.
Ooh!
So, if I wanted to talk to somebody, I would pick you. If I wanted a look, I would pick you. If I wanted my standards, I would pick somebody who was taller and it would be you.
Oh, you're number 3! Oh, yeah! You're number 3! Hey, get it up! Hey, second the best! Second the best! Yeah, number 2!
A rare sighting of Dante Marsh.
Thank you, brother. What's up, bro? We out here, Dante, Peter, Pirates Cole, Avila Beach, San Luis Obispo.
You know what the fuck going on, bitch? Hey, look, it's that Clout guy shit. Sad boy click. We out here fucking.
Where do you guys get your music from? Like, what platform is it? Spotify? Do you guys fuck with SoundCloud at all? Or is it dead? You fuck with it sometimes? Yeah, what do you think's the most poppin' track right now? If you're gonna slap something, what would you slap? Oh, damn, dude.
What's up? I'm Jay Riley. What's your name?
Clout, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Clout.
Clout.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do for a living?
Music. I make music.
You do?
I'm a producer, a little bit of everything, rap, hip hop. I produce for a lot of people around here, all over the coast. And first another dude, Johnny Teardrops right over there.
Okay.
So I've been doing projects with that fool as well.
Hell yeah. What's your producer tag?
Jay Riley 805. So that's JayReilly. That's 805. Where are you guys from?
Yeah. We're from Slow.
So fucking
yeah. This is Clear Vision Television with the 4th episode. Okay.
We're here alongside Dead Stark. How's the day been treating you?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
I've been. Nice sunny day out in California.
Nice. It's actually sunny up here now.
Lit. What you been up to lately? I see that you just dropped a new project and some visuals.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of dropping this EP, first EP of the year. I had a single drop with a visual, and it wasn't off the EP. It was just like a straggler song that I never got to release in 2020. So I decided to make it my first single of 2021. And then at the beginning of the year, I simultaneously basically taught myself to animate, like do cartoon, like frame by frame animation. So I did a test run on my own song to test my skills and see if I could actually do it. And long story short, now I'm doing animations too, as you guys know, because we talked about that. But so I have an animated video for the title track of this fucking project too, but it's just not out yet. But yeah, I've only got 3 tracks for this EP out, and the other 2 are still dropping next Tuesday and the Tuesday after. So
Lit.
all 5 songs will be out in 2 more Tuesdays.
That's tight. Do you like releasing singles in that little like time slot like of 2 weeks?
Well, like what I'm doing with this EP, I've done it in a few times. Is like I'm actually doing 5 releases in 5 weeks. So it's like every Tuesday I drop a track off the EP, and then I'll like let the EP kind of sit and like do like I'm trying to make some promo moves or whatever, and then start plotting the next release or wave of releases. Last year I did a lot of releases, and like it was like a 2 to 3 week spread average, but I had a couple EPs where I did like 1 track a week, just like I'm doing now. But this year I think I'm gonna slow it down a little again, and like not like completely, but just like I'm sitting on a lot of music, but I don't want to just like blow my wad and release it and let a lot of it get slept on. I'm pretty confident in the new sound I'm sitting on, and you know, no collabs or whatever, and I got some like cool blogs on my side now and shit like that. It's just like things are changing a little, so I want to like be smart about how I do my next moves, and I'm sitting on some cool music, so I don't just want to like put it out and just hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to plan it a little bit better than I did last year.
I feel that for sure. How long have you been making music for?
Well, making music, I mean, I'm kind of old already. I started playing guitar when I was 9 or 8, but like really heavily by the time I was 10. I was like playing all the time, and then I was like the lead singer and lead guitarist in like bands by the time I was like 13, 14, 15. I'm 29, so 20 plus years. No.
Yeah.
Like 20 years really since I started playing guitar.
That's dope.
Makes me feel fucking old. Yeah, I've done music my whole life kind of. I've always just like focused on art and music, and I mean, I spent a long time in bands back then, and then I started doing hip hop, like I was making shit on GarageBand and shit, and then like I was like fucking around with Logic and even Reason. And I was doing like bebop, b-boy, just old school boom bap shit, a bunch of different type of old school rap shit before the new sound really existed, like in 2010, 2011. At least before I knew any new sound existed. It may have existed in the underground, but I hadn't heard it. So like, I was listening to like fucking, being honest, like Eminem and Tech Nine and Twista. I was doing hella fast shit, and I was like a chopper rapper. Like, anybody want to get a piece of a Native American like me? A motherfucker might steal my Nazi. We better be bloody. Like shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And like I can still do it. And, like I have stuff like that. I might do like a side like with some people from Trash, some homies.
Oh,
just
lit.
Like, oh, lit. Just fun shit, like not under the alias Dead Stark. This is like some new shit. It's just like kind of an idea or out in the ether right
like
now.
The alter ego of the rap, like.
Yeah, I might go by Grim Jesus, you know?
Grim Jesus, that's lit.
You look like Jesus. Because apparently every white boy with long hair and a beard looks like Jesus. But anyway, fucking, and then, just, you know, wear the Grim Reaper thing and do like life and death puns the whole time and shit. Yeah, I already have some songs as Grim Jesus that I just never released. Like, I have a whole concept in mind. It would be good branding. It's just like, I really want Dead Stark to be like the focus, because that's me, really. That's me telling my story and not like doing a gimmick to like get clicks and shit. Like, that's cool. I respect everyone's hustle, but really, like, I just want my story to be unadulterated and like as pure as possible, and I just hope people can get on board. It's a pretty stubborn artistic vision, I'll be honest, but I'm down to fuck around with the side shit if they want to do it. I'm down.
That's lit. That's lit. Okay. We were talking about actually something similar to that. We're like, what if a record label come to you and wanted to sign you, but you're like, no, not me, but I there's this other name or this other person, you know, you don't even have to say it's you, and just say like your altered ego of rap, or like this other like rap name you use, and you're just like, sign this person.
Bro, I do that actually. I do that as long as I still have full control. I mean, that's kind of like a pipe idealistic like scenario, but if that landed in my lap and someone was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with Dead Stark, literally whatever you want. Keep all royalties and all that shit, but you do this alias with us. I mean, that'd be great, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the thing with Trash is, but it's not even like, I don't want to like misrepresent it. It's just like a homie who works with Trash a lot, like a Trash homie. He's one of their animators and like team members. Someone I've been talking to for years, and we were just talking about we've been talking about all kinds of shit for a long time. He's a URL homie. So fucking, he's
right.
like, well, I like your other rap shit. Like, you know, if you want to do like some fuck around shit on the side, and I was like, why not? So we'll see. But I'm also, as you know, doing like lots of animation now. I've already done like since I started, which was only January. I've already done like 5 full-length music videos, like a full-on pilot for like a cartoon, like a short cartoon that's 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. I wrote it. It's all my voices. It's all me.
That's lit.
If you guys want to see it, I'll show you. You know, and then I've done like little goofy skits with my ex-roommates and how like comedy shit, like just short, dumb fucking cartoon shit. And then I have, you know, the little short intro stuff. I did one for you, and I have a few like that for other people now. So
you cooked it up
I'm
fast
just trying to stay busy and creative.
When you lived in LA, did you do shows out there much as Dead Strike? Like,
not like much, but I did do a couple pretty poppin' shows actually. As it turns out, I did a few, probably like 4 good ones, and I did one with two with Mikey, and like honestly like 3, but one was like kind of like, it was like I wasn't supposed to go up, and a bunch of people just went up because they wanted to be in like an open mic shit, and it kind of popped off anyway. But then another one where me and Mikey and Zayo went up and shit, and then Xavier Wolf came out of nowhere, and fucking everybody shut up, and it just went off. That was dope. And then fucking I did one earlier actually, when I had like probably like 10 tracks out in 2018. I wound up playing it with a lot of people who were like already cool but are a lot bigger now. Like a couple of them are like pretty cool homies. Like, I mean, they're all like chill, but like a couple of them really stayed in touch with more. Played with people like Spaceman Zach. You know, I don't know what he's doing. He's hard to keep in touch with. Young Van is cool. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Cozy Boy, Pink Sig, Sad Eyes. You know,
that's tight.
Play with those guys. And there's more. Jackie Platinum's the cool. He's the homie. You know, I mean, there's another show I played with like the Sad Flex crew. That was fun. Fuck, that actually popped off, even though there wasn't like any big headline or whatever. It was probably the best show, which was kind of like cool because like it was just us like getting our squad together, and it was like me and fucking Emo Flytrap and Ollie outside, and fucking what's his name, Ill Swerve, and a bunch of people. Not what's his name. I was just trying to think of everybody. There's a bunch of names I'm still not remembering. You know,
definitely.
I suck at that. But yeah, I want to play more, to be honest. I was talking to a dude up here. I live like hella rural now, literally on a dirt road on 6 acres in a log cabin. Like, there's no scene, to say the least. But Spokane is the closest city, and there's a couple people out there I was talking to. And there's this dude who's the homie, who's like, he's like an old school type, you know what I'm saying? In a way where like he's been like around, like he literally used to travel around and do like little mini tours, and he's had boots on the ground and met people in person. He knows hella clubs up here in Spokane, over in like Boise and like wherever, like Montana even, like, and Coeur d'Alene, just this area. So we're gonna do like a Pacific Northwest tour eventually, but we were gonna try to plan something for this year. Might want to be next year. You know, you don't want to like be hasty with it. Want to like plan it right and try to get, you know, some of the homies from, I told Zayo and Mikey and whoever, just to plant the seed. So eventually I want to play some shows outside of LA, but when I come back, I'm pretty much going to be expecting to play something, even if it's just like a surprise, like guest pop-up. I don't fucking know.
Hell yeah, that's tight. So lately you've just been focusing more on like releasing songs and like animating and making visuals more so than like preparing for live shows.
Yeah, like I'm definitely down to play live, but my thing is like I don't want to, like, I play to my strengths, and I know I'm my personality type. I'm very creative, and I'm good in a creative bubble. Like, that's where I thrive. Like I said, I can put on that party hat and like be social when I want to be, but it takes a lot out of me. So like if I'm doing that all the time, I have no energy left to be creative like I want to be. If that makes sense. And I figured that out living in LA, that it was like this balance I needed to, like, I needed to pick and choose wisely what events and like where I wanted to go, because otherwise I'm just wasting time going out partying and getting drunk, and most of the time it's like really nothing coming from it. Here I will say I've been more productive than I've ever been in any short amount of time. I mean, I literally recorded like 40 songs, and I make all my beats. You know, I fucking taught myself to fucking animate. I have a book almost written. It's like 17 chapters long. Fucking, I don't know. It'll be 50,000 words when it's done. Probably it's already like 40,000 words plus. And it's like,
that's badass.
It's gonna be. I want to turn it into a fucking like Netflix like anime or something, because it's like a hero's journey type, like Star Wars, Naruto, blah blah blah, mix of all this bullshit that I've like loved and watched. Like, I don't know. I just like to be creative. I like to create something from nothing. That's why I don't do collabs. That's why I don't do remixes. Like, I'm very stubborn as an artist. So I don't know. That's basically what I know I'm good at. So I just double, triple, quadruple down on just content. Just make as much as I can, and then like plot moves on how to get it out there, which is the second part of my strength, I guess. But like, yeah, being social and going out and doing that whole elbow rubbing thing is actually one of the hardest things for me.
I feel that fully too.
I know how it is. And sometimes you like, you know, I don't know for you, but for me, like I get in my head and I overthink a lot, and I like stop myself from doing stuff a lot of the time. Sometimes it's valid, but a lot of the time I'll just sabotage myself from having a good time or whatever. But you allow yourself to go and have fun, and sometimes I've literally had the time of my life on nights in LA where I didn't expect to go out or didn't want to go out or whatever. But then again, on the flip side, there's nights where I forced myself to go out because I thought it was the thing to do. I literally had a horrible time. It's life, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Lost my wallet, lost my shit. I mean, I had some crazy shit happen in LA.
Yeah.
You know,
LA is a wild place for sure. As an independent artist, though, you were talking about how your second strength is like being able to push your music out there, and it seems like you've been pretty successful. I have a couple songs with over 1 million streams on Spotify. What are your views on that? Because I feel like some people, especially in LA, they kind of like get an ego boost when they get like hella views, or it kind of distorts their view on like being an artist.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, let me be real 100 about that. I almost did kind of have an ego boost because those are older tracks.
Yeah.
I still don't think I didn't let it go to my head like some people can, but looking back on it, like I probably, I don't know, there were situations where I could have handled things differently and been a little more humble and moved a little more gracefully or whatever. Regardless, I know what you mean, because I've seen people get like 10K on a track and be like, blah, 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 and I try to keep, sit on my cards, and like, I'm never going to be the guy to talk about stats or what. I want to fucking like, I want people to discover me and be like, where the fuck, like, I don't want it to be like, look at me. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But like, I'm old now anyway. Like, the way I see it is I'm on the path that I'm on. I'm on the trajectory that I'm on. I'm not expecting to blow up or be famous, but I just want to I treat it like a small business. There's lanes for people like me these days. Like, the underground is something to respect. Like, as long as I can line my pockets and tell my story and put out the music I want to put out and keep growing. I mean, right now I feel a little plateaued on streams on some platforms, but in other ways, my brand has grown and flourished a lot in the last couple of years. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at it from zoomed out and look at every part of what's going on. Like, I used to make a little bit more money when I lived in LA, and I was doing like a couple promo hustles on the side, like unrelated to Dead Stark, but just some shit that I've been doing. And it's a little less lucrative now. I don't have as much money to dump into the brand or whatever, but it's fine because I'm being like careful about it, and I want to see how well shit does with like less and less like promo effort, and just at least, especially with money, like,
yeah,
I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't spend money trying to fucking promote tracks. Like, it's part of the game. Like, it happens. People are telling you they spent no money ever. They're either just lucky and they won the lottery, the algorithm lottery, and some platform decided to put them on, or they're lying, or they have a management team that's doing it for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's all good, but what I'm trying to do is streamline spending and like really just, I mean, those 2 tracks with 1 million plays are from 2018, you know what I mean? I put out a lot of music since then. I've had tracks start to pick up on Spotify, on Discover Weekly, that may or may not break 1 million eventually, which would be dope. I don't think so, but they'll probably all break 500K or whatever, and that's cool. But like, it's definitely a long game, and I think that branding consistency, content consistency is important. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider myself an expert, really. I don't, at the promo part of it. I mean, but I do know a little enough to like be confident and continue releasing music, like song after song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fully.
One thing I will say is paying for Spotify is a no-go. I don't know if you even want to put that in the interview. I don't even care. I'm just saying, being honest. Like, paying for a Spotify promo, after trial and error, I've tried it. Let's just say, don't do it. Brand SEO will lead to high streams on streaming platforms. You can't like pay for streams and lead to high brand SEO. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to build that real foundation of like name recognition, and that will just naturally eventually lead to high clicks on your streaming platforms. You know?
That's super hella organic.
Trash has helped me a lot. Just getting on their YouTube channel, getting AMVs up there and some music videos and stuff. Even their side page. Like, honestly, okay, Dead is my most played song. But it's older, and I actually did dump a lot of money into that one in the beginning, and it did do well. I was upset, and then it got put into some Spotify editorial like late in the game, after I was already disappointed with the results of promotion I paid for way back. This was my very first release, and then these people came back out of nowhere after basically apologizing to me for how shitty the results were, and they tried to claim that they're like, oh, look, we got you in a Spotify editorial after all. It happened after Trash uploaded the fucking music video to their YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I can connect the dots, especially looking back on it after having even more experience. So, that being said, fucking Dead End, which is going to pass Dead. It's a newer song, but I didn't like spend shit on that one. That one just did well. I mean, I spent money for YouTube uploads and stuff, but I didn't spend nothing on Spotify or nothing like that. It just really did well on YouTube, and it wasn't even the Trash main page. It was like their side page, and it just like, I don't know, just was lucky, did well. And it did well on other social media platforms too, and it's still smashing Discover Weekly average 2K plays a day years later. Yeah. So that's what I want. I just want a third hit, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you really got to trust the music, the algorithm. Don't be like, oh, I think I just finesse my way through this shit. Like, I'm going to like just power. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to fucking like watch and study or have someone who's going to do that for you. Some people can just like blindly put out music and get lucky, but that's not an actual plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts.
So I do err on the side of like trying to plan my shit out. Lately, I just want to get some good YouTube uploads, but if I can't do that, I'm just going to start putting shit on my own channel. I should be doing that anyway, but I'm literally waiting for my distribution to claim it for me so I can literally have control over it.
Yeah.
Because it's already a topic page. I just need to like claim it and turn it into an official artist page.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's lit. Do you ever look at your stats to see like where your audience is from, like your listeners?
Totally. I mean, naturally, mainly from the US, but I get a lot of Russia and Germany, like a lot of Russia and Germany aside from that. And then it's pretty decent UK and Canada and a lot of South American and a lot of Asia, like not really Japan or nothing, but I get a lot of like Indonesian countries like playing my shit. And honestly, I kind of know where shit comes from almost, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the Asian stuff, like South Pacific, it's because of Instagram accounts. Like I know certain Instagram edit accounts, like Pain Editor or Sadly Editor, that just make little 20-second lyric videos to my tracks. And like they have huge fan bases in countries like that. And then I get people from like Indonesia and shit hitting me up, being like, "Oh, you're fucking famous here and shit," which is weird because I feel literally not famous in real life at all, anywhere, especially in LA. But yeah, it's funny how that works. Ha.
Yeah, you got that drive.
Oh, you doubters. I'm actually like, I definitely have some homies in the music game. Like, I've been around. I went to Icon in LA. I don't know if you know what that is.
Mm.
It's a production school, kind of like an EDM school, even though they're not trying to brand themselves that way anymore.
That's wild.
But yeah, so a lot of big EDM people went there, like big. It was like kind of a secret weapon for like the EDM scene, like if you know, you know type of
That's
thing.
fire.
In like 2014, 2015, 2016, it's still got a good reputation, blah blah blah. But I mean, just things have changed, and I still fuck with Icon. Don't get me wrong, Icon's great. I went there, I met a lot of people, and then I realized at the same time I was not trying to do EDM anymore. Met a lot of fucking cool industry people though, and kind of followed this trail, and it, you know, led me to people in other parts of the industry. And so I know some, like my ex-roommate's brother is one of the main animators for Rick and Morty.
No way. That's
so like, you know, like we just had a conversation like yesterday and showed him my shit, and he's like, cool on. And not like not like it matters, not like I'm gonna get a job at Rick and Morty, but my whole point is like there's stuff in the animation world too. There's leads for me to follow, and I'm definitely going to be doing both of these things very long term. Like, I'm trying to put out hundreds of songs of Dead Stark. I'll be a 40-year-old who's an underground like enigma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
10 years from now with 1,000 songs out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll have like my own cartoon on Netflix or something, or I don't know. So, and I'll be doing hella animated videos. I just want to be creative, I guess. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish that book, which I've been meaning to do.
Do you know how to, like, you're speaking of getting an animation like on Netflix? Do you know how to go about that and like do it?
Yeah, see, that's the thing is, so the way I say it is like following leads or pulling on threads. Like I have some, but it's like a crumb trail. Like, there are people who can provide more information than others, and then sometimes I put a pin in it. One day I just need to dedicate a full day to just really, if I want it that bad, you know, I don't think I'm ready yet anyway, but like I said, I have a pilot for a show. But if I'm being honest, I just saw a bunch of pretty like half-assed cartoons on Netflix and Hulu. I mean, if my shit was just a little bit cleaner, it would be on par with all of that shit.
Hell yeah. Like,
people just like cartoons. Like, adult cartoons are like, oh, it's a cartoon, so it's not that funny, but I mean, it's a full episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually seen a lot of cringe ones lately, but again, not gonna name drop. Rick and Morty's tight though. So is Solar Opposites, by the way. When I first came to LA, or not even first came, but when I first switched to Dead Stark after being in LA for a while, I already had some plugs, and I met some pretty like connected people, like pretty much right out the gate. But I got the vibe, I'm like very sensitive in social scenarios or whatever, and I just got the feeling like they were nice to me because of who introduced me to them. Like, they didn't have any problems with me, but like, we're talking GBC, you know what I mean? Like they're the, like, I didn't know all of them, but I met a few of them.
Yeah.
All very nice. But like, they all know each other. They all vibe with each other. It was like being the new kid in school and walking in and just being like, I don't know anybody or anything they're talking about or whatever. And that's how it always has been for me. Like, these cliques have each other and they exist, and like they came up together, and I was always just kind of like on the outskirts by myself. I mean, I met Mikey and all these people, and I'm so happy for real that they're like the closest thing I have to like a clique like that. You know what I mean? Because they're like really cool to me, and they fuck with me, and they're like fam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have some other people I met along the way too, but it's just different when people come up together like that. And they're like so close. I'm not gonna try to wedge my way in. And essentially what keeps happening is I just keep stumbling upon groups of already established people like that. So like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, let me like hop in, or like, let me like, hey, you guys are successful, like let me just jump in. Like, no, like I have this very way like strange way of doing things. It could be partially pride, but it's all just like paranoia. Like I'd rather people like respect me for like not, I don't know, not being thirsty, or like I don't want to fucking reach. I don't know. I want my cake and I want to eat it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to look at it. Like, so I get that I'm very stubborn, and I've kind of made my peace with it. That's why I said earlier, like the trajectory I'm on is fine. Like, you know, I'll probably get another track with 1 million plays eventually on Spotify, and eventually have a video pop off or whatever. But I'm not expecting to win in Grammys and fucking play Rolling Loud and do main stage and like have millions of people all over the world like really know who I am. And I don't really care. I just want my music to like be heard by people who appreciate it. And I get told all the time by like fans on Instagram or fucking Facebook or whatever, like, oh, like I'm sharing my music, you're sharing your music with my friends all the time. That's all I can ask for. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's people out there discovering my music and sharing it with people, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to get paid for it, at least enough to like stay above water. And I kind of am. So as long as I can stay here and then just slowly move up, I'm good.
Yeah. That's super real.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to be more like hell bent on big success. I'll be honest, but I've definitely like had like an attitude adjustment or just like an epiphany or something. Like it wasn't like I needed to be like famous, but I wanted like more credit, more recognition, and faster. You know what I mean? Like now I'm just like, they'll figure it out. Like they'll see when they see. Like people are starting to catch on now already. You know. I got Rare House, like the new homies. I'm like, as soon as I go down to LA, I'm gonna be kicking it with them. And
shout out
they
Rare
put me
House.
on for Video of the Week. Their first Video of the Week competition, I won. Stupid low fucking battery warning again. The first Video of the Week competition they had, I won that with the first animated video I made, so that was cool. And then I'm hella happy to be working with Groove Rally too, if you know who they are.
Oh yeah.
So. Like, these are all cool things that have been happening. I just got to keep the faith and keep putting out music, I guess.
Lit, you just keep on believing in like what you're doing, you know, it just keeps on happening like a domino effect, you know. You just like at time like recently, like we've been sending it down to LA, our cars are fucked, and we're like, oh, who cares, dude? If we just keep on doing this, dude,
still
and,
gonna
like,
send
just keep
it,
on
dude.
moving. Yeah, you just send it, dude. Just full send, just fuck it. Yeah, no.
You guys
but
need
I
any
agree.
voice work done? I'm definitely like, I got like another thing I want to do. Like, this is just a thing, like kind of like I was just fucking around saying I wanted to do cartoons, but then I started doing cartoons. Like, I do hella voice stuff. Like, I can do so many different voices. It's crazy. But that being said, I have this little cartoon episode where I made these characters up with their voices, and I want to do a lot of that kind of shit.
Lit.
So if you guys need any like voice work done, you know, you want that radio voice, CVTV. Episode 005. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's going pretty swag, you know. I got Minecraft on my computer today. I drank some Fiji water and I had a burger, you know, and I had a whole pizza to myself, and it was pretty swag, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like
pretty swag day. Yeah.
Any projects you're working on currently, music-wise?
I I've been away from my studio lately, so I haven't really been able to work on much, but I've been writing to a lot of beats that the homies sent through. So when I get home tomorrow, I'm totally gonna shit some new shit out, you know, some new solo tracks. I'll work on some new features and maybe some new Murderworth tracks.
Yeah, it's dope. You have like 60 tracks. You've been doing this for like about a year now. What are some of your favorite collaborations you've worked on?
My favorite collaborations, probably the shit I did with my closest friends, and also this one song I did with Scarlet Brides, and it features Depth Strider and Common Future, and I love that song. It's like one of the biggest songs I'm on, at least on SoundCloud, and it has like a lot of cool names on it, so I was excited to get featured on that song.
Yeah. Are you involved much in the local scene in New York, like outside of the online community?
I don't really have a big following in New York. Like my friends from New York know about my music and they show like their friends and shit, but that's pretty much it. I haven't got like, you know, a big direct New York following. Like I don't walk out and like motherfuckers notice me yet, so I'm not there yet, but soon hopefully, you know, I'll figure it out.
That's lit. Are you familiar with like the local music scene? Like, do you go to shows when like pre-COVID?
Nah, I didn't really do that a lot because, you know, I didn't really know a lot of New York rappers until like COVID hit. Like, and the ones I did know were like farther up or like more down, so I didn't really get to see them.
I feel that for sure. You hope to go to more shows once stuff can start popping off again?
Oh, for sure. Hopefully I'll be doing my own shows too by then, you know? Like, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Hell yeah. So how'd you first get involved with Murderworth Click? I know you've been kicking it with them for a minute now.
I got involved with Murderworth Click because Chaotic told me about it, and I've known Chaotic since I started like fucking doing music. Like my fucking third or fourth song was with him, so him and Rembrandt. So it was cool for him to invite me to that because, you know, I've known him for a hot minute, and, you know, I wasn't gonna let that down because, you know, I know he was gonna, you know, make this shit bang, and look at us now, we doing great.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you first start getting into making your own music?
I started getting into making music because I was going through a hard time and I needed a way to release, and the biggest way to release at that time was like through music, because I would listen to a lot of music. You know, I just started getting into the underground scene. You know, I learned about X, you know, I was into Joji and shit. I was into a lot of like underground artists before they like blew up. Yeah. And then when I saw them blow up and shit and start doing their shit like, you know, seriously and actually getting like a following and like a fan base, I was like, yo, I could totally do this. You know, I always had like a thing for music, but it started like, you know, getting stronger around like high school and shit, you know? And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy some shitty ass mic from like a fucking store and start spitting some shit. And that's how I started.
That's awesome. Did you first get like a pretty decent like response from your music when you posted it?
Yeah, when I dropped my first like official track that wasn't no fucking test, it did pretty good. Because this one dude who was doing music a little longer than me was actually nice enough to, you know, help me make my first song. You know, he mixed it and, you know, he showed me what's up. You know, shout out Future Core for that.
That's super dope. It's pretty rad seeing artists like X and Ski Mask and that whole early SoundCloud wave just inspires so many people to like actually want to do it themselves.
Whole new generation now after they started like blowing up. Like they really made like the underground hard 808, like that type of shit, like become more mainstream and shit. Yeah. And it's like a win and a loss because now it's not the same, but it's still cool to see it. You know, now we don't feel as weird about it and shit. Yeah. But and there's also normies and shit, and it's tough. But you know, it is what it is.
For sure. I'm stoked that people are just like taking that aspect of like the DIY mindset of like punk rock communities and just like making do with what they have.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's the best way to make music sometimes. Sometimes when you don't have a lot, but you just have like, you know, the right mindset and enough motivation, you can make a fucking masterpiece out of a fucking $50 mic.
Looking forward, do you want to work on like music videos and other alternative artwork?
Yeah, I want to do all that shit. You know, I've had like a bunch of ideas of what I want to do for music videos, but right now I don't really have the money or the equipment. So I'm kind of just, you know, sitting here doing what I could do, you know, maybe get an AMV done you know. But hopefully in the future I'll get like, you know, some top-notch music videos and shit, because that's the plan.
Yeah.
Like a whole movie straight up.
Definitely. It's so fun bringing the vision to life with a video.
Yeah, it just hits different when you have like a whole, like, you know, story with the song. You know, that's what I like about music videos, is when they have like a good story to go with it and shit.
Yeah.
Like basically a movie.
What are some of your favorite music videos that do that?
I really liked the music video for Look at Me / Riot. I think that was like one of the best music videos I've ever seen, because it was fucking big brain. Like he did it, like he called it the Look at Me music video, but it wasn't even for Look at Me, it was for Riot. Like, so it was like a fucking, you know, surprise when it fucking switched to Riot. I was like, what Riot? Like, that was big brain, because he knew everyone was gonna click on it if it said Look at Me. You know, that was smart of X right there. That was some big brain shit. And then it had like a really deep message behind it, and I really agree with it.
Yeah, that's super hard. That's
Yeah.
badass. Do you know any of other artists right now that are like on the same tier, not as X, but like on the top of the underground right now that you'd want to collaborate with?
I'd say like motherfuckers like Spider Gang. Like, not all the motherfuckers in Spider Gang, but like there's a few motherfuckers in Spider Gang that I really fuck with, that I really want to work with. Like, you know, obviously Darky, you know, Darky go hard. I really want to work with Bruh Man God, Christ Dillinger, and I've always wanted to work with Teenage Disaster. I think he's like the best one in Spider Gang. Like, he goes so fucking hard, man. And I also want to work with OS Quinn. I think her music is really good, and the whole hyper pop scene is really, you know, like, you know, gotten my interest, because I'm really interested in it. You know, it's kind of like what emo rap should have been by now. You know, I feel like after Pete died, like emo rap kind of went down and like quality, and it was just, you know, basic. But this hyper pop shit is like refreshing, because it's basically what emo rap could have been, and hopefully it stays, you know, relevant, and, you know, it brings, you know, joy to see it like flourish so far.
Yeah. It's trippy seeing the hyperpop scene kind of blow up. It reminds me of like how like electronic music in the early 2000s was like kind of like goth.
Yeah,
like
basically that. Yeah, I love it. I love how like almost every person doing it, or at least the big people doing it, or like around my age or even younger, bro. Most of these motherfuckers are like fucking 15, 14, like, yo, like, y'all are younger than me and doing way better than me. This is crazy, dude. So that just shows that I can do it, you know, without any effort. Well, actually, I take that back. It takes a lot of effort, but it just shows that I don't need to, you know, put like a lot of shit into it, you know. I just need to put my heart into it. That's all that matters, you know, is have the right vision.
That's facts. Like, I think the youth has like more of an advantage than us being a little bit older. Like, they grew up with the internet. We grew up in the.
I mean, I grew up with the internet. I'm only 17, so, you know, I'm in that age gap. So I'm totally, you know, I totally got shit to my advantage, but, you know, I just haven't figured it out yet.
You said you already like gonna do some studio time, but do you have like some stories behind those songs that you're gonna record soon?
Let me think. I don't know if they're gonna be that deep of songs to have like a story behind them. Most of them are just, you know, some hard tracks, you know. There might be a little story into it. Like, most of the time when I make a song, I figure out what it's about after I make it, you know, because like sometimes I find the double meanings that I put under my songs without even noticing it, you know. I just do it, you know, because it just comes out of, you know, it all comes from the heart. So if I find something, it's probably like a surprise, because I was like, oh, you're right, that was going on, so I must have wrote about that. Yeah, but it's probably just gonna be about like love and heartbreak. That's usually what I rap about anyway, you know, because I'm a little simp. Little simp.
Do you think once COVID ends, the DIY scenes will start popping off more than they were beforehand?
I don't know. It really depends on how people do their shit. If they prefer, you know, staying home and just doing their thing on their computer and shit and just making songs, then that's the way. But if they prefer, you know, to like do shit like not at home, like do shows, you know, like promote their shit on the streets or do whatever the fuck they want, then I think it would be better when COVID like chills the fuck out, you know, so motherfuckers can get back to, you know, performing and shit and try to get a following from that. Because I know a lot of people get a following from just performing in their area, you know, getting more recognition from the people around them.
Definitely. I'm stoked to see this new wave of music live. Like, it's gonna be like hyper pop shows.
Oh yeah, those are gonna go wild, bro. Like that genre is just hard as fuck, but it's also like, you know, chill. Like it's not like that hard 808 shit, but it's like still hard in the same aspect. It's just more, you know, softer in aspects too.
Yeah, it's interesting. Do you think you'd ever make hyperpop?
Oh yeah, totally. That's the plan, to be honest. Like that genre is so cool, and I wish I thought of it, man. I feel fucking dumb for not thinking of some shit like that. Like I've always fucked with the auto-tune shit, like Nine Tails and fucking motherfuckers like that. So I don't know why I never thought of doing more, you know, auto-tune shit. I was just never really good at it because I didn't have a lot of good software for auto-tune. But hopefully soon I'll be able to like do that genre way better. Like I've made a song like hyperpop, but it's not like, you know, auto-tune. I just made my, you know, my voice a little higher and used like a, you know, a glitch chord type beat, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Have you heard of any of the little, like, small collectives that are busting out some pretty dope hyperpop tracks?
I've heard of some names, but I don't really check out like the little boys and shit. I check out like the bigger motherfuckers and shit. But sometimes I run into like a smaller artist that's in that genre and I really fuck with them. It's just I'm mainly focused on like the runner-ups, you know, the fucking, you know, head honchos like fucking Eric Doa, Glaive, and fucking OS Quinn, those motherfuckers and shit.
This is the wrap up. I hope you're getting shocked by some tubes you rolled.
Yeah, and you know, Dead Stark and Kizuato dropped some knowledge bombs in this episode, so hopefully you got a pen and paper ready.
We have the top 10 for you. Hope you could go look up those other tracks, but the 3 that we dropped, man, they were tasty fucking tunes.
Oh yeah, and you know, the boy Zaya Wolf just dropped a single called Why.
We also got OG Picasso. The content doesn't stop rolling. He got a song called The Glizzy Song, and that shit's a banger.
Oh
Go
yeah,
check it out.
And remember, boys and girls, SoundCloud is not dead yet. They just resuscitated themselves by potentially paying artists more. The more you interact, like, comment, and share songs, artists are gonna get paid more, so you know what's good.
Go support your fucking local artists, man. Go show them some love. Let's get people paid. Let's make better bangers. If you got content, come on. The bio, come on.
Our
What's good?
email is right down there. Send us anything you want. You got videos, you got songs. We'll be doing live reviews soon. Stay tuned.
Don't sleep on it, man. Tap in.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Fuck 'em. These fools are smug, dude. At least I tapped in.